Welcome to my next UFC predictions video as we have UFC 315 this Saturday night. Just getting you my predictions for the main card. And remember, as always, that the card is subject to change. Now, before I give my predictions, just want to cover a few things. If you're a fan of the UFC and you like prediction videos as well as reaction videos, and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you hammer fist that like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on my predictions for UFC 315, predictions that you have of your own, future fight predictions that you have, or future fights that you want to see, or guesses on what fights that we will see and when we will see them, anything that you want to add. And remember, I react to fights as well, so come back to this channel about an hour to an hour and a half after the main card is over with. I'll post my first reaction to UFC 315, although sometimes I get copyright claims, especially when title fights are 5 rounds, which this card, the 2 title fights, those will probably go to a decision. So it's possible I might have to pivot to a different fight. Who knows? But they'll eventually all get posted. When a thing gets a copyright claim, I have to dispute it right away. And no matter what happens after 48 hours, it'll be viewable. Sometimes, though, they remove the claim right away. But a lot of times it takes them a month. They don't respond and automatically it gets removed. But after 2 days of disputing it, it automatically becomes available until they make a decision, unless a whole month's gone by. But anyway, come back to the channel to see my reactions to these fights. Hopefully it's a fun night of fights. And then last but certainly not least, you're watching the video anyway, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, help me get over 100,000 subscribers, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV. So, spoiler alert, I did not do a lot of homework for this prediction video. There's a lot of people that I haven't seen fight or barely seen at all fight, so just what it is. People wanted to see me get prediction videos, so this is what I'm going to do for a card that I'm not super excited about, although there's some sneaky good fights potentially on this card, but I didn't do a lot of homework or research that I normally would put into doing these predictions videos. So anyway, let's kick things off in the lightweight division, my favorite division in the UFC. We have Benoit Saint-Denis versus a late replacement, Kyle Prepelic, who's like a Canadian-born fighter who's on the card now after like a 4 or 5 day notice. Prepelic is really good on the feet. He's got some good kicks. We know Benoit Saint-Denis is a killer, although I think he's a bit overrated. He got beat by Dustin Poirier, and then, of course, he got dominated by Renato Moicano. Has he recovered from those 2 losses yet? Prepelic is a huge underdog right now. Makes me want to put some money on him, but I think in the end, Benoit Saint-Denis, especially if he mixes in the grappling, will win this fight, although don't sleep on Prepelic. I'm just saying. Next up in the women's flyweight division, we have the former flyweight champion, Alexa Grasso, versus Natalia Silva, who is like an up-and-comer, and if she wins this fight, will probably get a title shot. Whatever that will be, who knows, because the division might be held up between a potential super fight between Zhang Weili and Valentina Shevchenko, if things fall into place. But for this fight, I mean, Silva's really good. She's really good at striking, every once in a while throwing a takedown here and there. Grasso, really good with submissions. She's a good boxer. She's coming off of her trilogy with Valentina Shevchenko, where she lost one fight for sure, although I think she lost the last 2 fights. I can't believe that card that was on the Mexican holiday, the one before the last one, I thought she lost pretty convincingly to Shevchenko, but they scored a draw. For this fight, I mean, it really could go either way. I don't know a lot about Silva, to be honest with you. I really don't. I'm going to give this one to Grasso. I don't know if that's really going to happen. Silva's an up-and-comer, not that Grasso's really old or anything like that, but I feel like somehow, some way, Grasso's going to get the job done and win this fight. But then, what does she do next? Does she get the winner of the title fight? Oh, let's not have fight number 4 between Shevchenko and Grasso. And then in the bantamweight division, we have Ayman Zahabi versus the King of Rio, Jose Aldo. Aldo's, of course, coming off of the loss against Mario Batista, where all Batista did was literally hold him up against the cage, and all the big exciting moments in that fight were from Jose Aldo. I mean, I would have given the fight to Aldo. I can see why they gave it to Batista, even though he really didn't do anything. defending takedowns should count for points for your winning the round. If you're defending all these takedowns, that should count for something, in my opinion. So we know the blueprint to beat Jose Aldo. Merab did it, and Bautista did it. Hold him up against the cage and just hold on to him. And somehow, some way, you win the fight. I think Jose Aldo's going to come out with a killer instinct in this fight and not let that happen. Zahabi isn't necessarily that kind of fighter, and he's not a young fighter. People are saying he's a young gun in the division. He's 37 years old. He's only 1 year older or 1 year younger than than Aldo, unless, of course, the stats here are incorrect. But ultimately, I do think Jose Aldo's going to win this fight. Zahabi is a really good striker, but he's not like elite in my opinion. But I don't know. I just think Jose Aldo's going to win it because I think it's more of a closer matchup than what people are giving it. And I think Aldo's going to win and go on to fight again. And then in the co-main event of the evening for the Women's Flyweight Championship, we have Manon Fiorot versus Valentina Shevchenko. I think Valentina Shevchenko is one of the GOATs currently fighting. She's got really good fight IQ, and she has a lot of different ways she can win a fight. She's coming off of the 3 fights with Alexa Grasso that I think she won 2 of those fights. One was scored a draw. I thought she won that fight. But she's pretty crafty in the octagon. She has a mix of decisions, KOs, and submissions, KOs, and decision victories. She's the older fighter, but only by a couple of years. She has a slight reach advantage. She is a little bit shorter. Fiorot is good striker. Every once in a while, will throw in a takedown here and there. She hasn't fought in over a year. What has she done differently in this last year? She's actually the favorite going into this fight, which kind of confuses me. I don't think that she's that good. She's coming off of a win against Erin Blanchfield, which Blanchfield got pretty much dominated to a degree, but there were moments that I think as the rounds went on that Blanchfield was doing better. So, I mean, I can't bet against Valentina Shevchenko. I just think her fight IQ is a lot better. She's got so many ways that she can beat you on the feet, grappling, on the ground, and she's looking, obviously, for a super fight against Zhang Weili. I think that's going to happen because I'm predicting Valentina Shevchenko to win this fight and keep her Women's Flyweight Championship. And then in the main event of the evening, the fight that this card was built around, although not a lot of people are happy about it, I like this matchup. We have the challenger Jack Della Maddalena versus the champion Belal Muhammad. Don't forget this man's name. Belal Muhammad is actually really good. I know at times he's been boring, but I think lately he's looked really good, especially against Leon Edwards and then in the fight against Sean Brady. And then we had that fight in between against Gilbert Burns where that was a short notice fight and, things happen in those kind of fights. But I think in this fight, obviously we know that Jack Della Maddalena is going to go for striking. He's a great boxer. And Belal is actually a really good boxer too. He's got some fast hands, but of course we know the takedowns with Belal Muhammad and the grappling by Belal Muhammad. That is going to be the difference maker. If Jack Della Maddalena has no answer for that, Belal is going to win this fight and retain his championship. And I think that's ultimately what happens. I know a lot of you are going to be mad about that, but I think Belal Muhammad beats Jack Della Maddalena. That's just how I see it. I think it will go to a decision, and Belal will outstrike him and then throw in takedowns to, level change, keep him off his game, and Maddalena will eventually get tired. I don't recall if Jack Della Maddalena has any 5-round fights, but he won't have the cardio for a 5-round fight. I could be completely wrong, but I am confident that Belal Muhammad will win this fight and go on to face Shavkat Rakhmonov, Kamaru Usman, Joaquin Buckley, whoever the hell he's going to fight next, or Islam Makhachev. No, Makhachev probably wants to fight Jack Della Maddalena. So they want Jack to win the fight, but I don't think he's going to. So those are my predictions for this card. I didn't do a lot of research. I didn't look at previous fights really, just from memory that I know who's fought, which the people that I've seen fight the most on this card are Belal Muhammad, Valentina Shevchenko, the Grasso stuff, and Jack, I've seen him fight, Kevin Holland, the Gilbert Burns fight, although I don't remember a lot about that fight. I remember the fight against Kevin Holland because I remember it being boring. What the hell? These two guys are strikers, and it's just a boring fight. I don't know. But those are my opinions. Again, Make sure if you're a fan of the UFC and you like prediction videos and reaction videos to hammer fist that like button, share this video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on my predictions of your own, any future fights that you want to see, future fight predictions, or just guess a fight that's going to happen and when it's going to happen. Remember, I react to fights as well. Come back to the channel for my reactions to these fights. Right here, I'll put different fight reactions that I've done on this channel. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel. Help me get over 100,000 subscribers. Yes, I know. I set my goals high. Join the team. It's sure damn support and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.